Hey there, folks. I'm Zerfall, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Alter Ego. Let's see how far we can get into this. We're 3 years and 9 months into the game, and we are growing up fast. Working our way through the infancy phase and onto early childhood. Today is Dad's birthday, and you would like to make him breakfast. Let's be extravagant, but ask Mom for help. She can help us make those pancakes shaped like Mickey Mouse. What's going to happen? Mom won't let you do exactly what you want, but helps you make Dad a nice breakfast. This makes him feel terrific. Now, maybe we're getting back on Dad's good side after being such a terror in the yard before. We really should have been better with Dad. It would have led to a better story time. Dad must get his teeth fixed, and you must go with him to the dentist. Mom is busy at work, and Dad couldn't find a sitter. You sit in the waiting room for a very, very long time. Dad must run out to put money in the parking meter. Dad sits you on the floor and gives you a magazine to leaf through and tells you to behave. But I am being have. Let's be patient, but remove our shoes. I doesn't know how to respond. Well, I'm taking my shoes off whether you want to or not. So we got to be mischievous and remove our shoes. You're feeling a bit more comfortable. A nosy lady spies you from the corner of her eye. What's she looking at? Your sock is crooked. Better take the other sock off then. If it's crooked, we don't know how to straighten these things. Funny thing about socks, the way they stretch all the way out before they snap off your feet. You decide to take both of them off. The lady looks at you again. Where's Dad? We don't get in too much trouble. Let's go ahead and climb up on the chair and look out the window. Dad is on his way back in. He sees you with no socks and shoes on and feels embarrassed. The busybody lady gives him a full report. Let's walk over and stick our tongue out at her. You give her your worst face and get whacked on the bottom lightly by your dad, who secretly approves of what you did. He buys you a big ice cream when you leave to make up for feeling guilty about patting you on the rear. Well, there you go. Probably worked out better than if we had gotten too bad. Oh, and see, we don't have time to do anything else in this stage because you have just passed through the infancy stage of life. A brief recapitulation of your life at the following time shows the following. 1. Your family life has been not very good. You seem to be lacking in the bonds that are so critical during this phase of life. See, we shouldn't have been a jerk to our dad. Physically, you have been not a very healthy baby. Socially, during this late phase in life, nothing much is really expected of you. After all, you're still much too young to throw a successful cocktail party, and frankly, anyone who still dribbles on himself probably would make the ideal dinner guest. However, by now there should be some things you should have mastered. Your progress shows that in this area, you have been the type of child who charms the lollipops off people. You have been the type of child who is huggable and gets his cheeks pinched by the old ladies with bright red lipstick. Now, regarding your emotional development. You are not exactly the type of child who could be trusted to wash his hands before coming to the dinner table. If there's a piece of cake sitting in the refrigerator at noon, chances are it will be in your tummy by dinner. A little impulsive, are we? Your thoughtfulness characteristic really doesn't count for much yet. Most children have gone through a stage of life, or through your stage of life, often find themselves at the mercy of their whims and impulses. You're allowed to be cranky now, but people won't tolerate your whining and carrying on when you're a teenager. Your aggressiveness has a tendency to put people off. You are the type of baby who likes to pull on loose pieces of clothing, hair, and any bulbous, fleshy object that might come within your reach. You are going to have to learn the meaning of make nice. That wraps up your status for the first module. I hope you like yourself. If not, you can always try to improve yourself in the modules to come. There's plenty of time. All right. Don't worry, folks. There's still plenty of game left. All right. Let's go ahead and just continue. I've been saving this game with screens. Not screens, but like sort of a save state. Call them images, I believe, in this version. We need to eject side 2 from that drive and put it back. I should have really fixed this up so that I didn't have all of the disks in different drives. Actually, let's eject all of the disks right now. Eject Eject, eject, eject. I feel like a sound wave. Welcome to childhood. Practice yourself, for heaven's sakes, in little things, and thence proceed to greater. All right, there's all kinds of stuff to do. And I think we're going to have to do the sort of thing where we follow one path up. See, this one leads to a bit of a dead end and 2 health things. I'm kind of curious as to where that goes. We'll follow that one first and then move our way back to the other one. We might even skip ahead of it a little bit. Although we have to work on our family because our family right now doesn't like us too much. Why did we have kids, they're thinking. Mom has just taken a job that requires her to be away in the morning and early afternoon. She decides to enroll you in a nursery school program. Upon your arrival, you are greeted by another lady with very skinny legs and large round glasses. There are children playing with buckets of sand and building blocks and engaging in other activities. There is a small boy sitting in the corner with tears streaming from his eyes, a runny nose, and cheeks red from crying. All right, let's act. Let's act excited and walk over and try to make friends. I'm hoping this is with the boy in the corner. Your excitement is a positive sign that you are trying to adapt to this new environment. You realize that your mom will be coming back, so you attempt to make friends. You see a little boy your age playing in the sand with trucks. What would you like to say to him? Can I play? The little boy interprets this as a threat to his territory. He holds the truck close to his body. You can ignore him or ask him to play. Let's ask him to play. The boy shakes his head back and forth. He wants no part of you. Fair enough. Well, this isn't a dead end at all. This is a path that's completely disconnected from everything else. All right, well, let's check in on that in a bit then. An exciting movie is on television. The whole family is in the living room watching it. You get up to get a drink of water and return to find all the good seats have been taken. How many good seats are there? Let's be devious and tell Mom the doorbell is ringing. We don't want to get our dad in trouble. She falls for it. She rushes up to the door, and you jump on her seat. When she realizes what you have done, she goes over and sits on top of Dad. Everyone seems a bit happier now. This may lead to a younger brother down the path. But it was fun. I think if you do that to your dad, maybe he gets pissed off. Your dad obviously can't sit on your mother. It might crush her. You have no idea how big Dad is. Your mom is in the bathtub taking a nice relaxing bath. You are playing quietly in your room. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings. Mom doesn't seem to hear it. Let's not be nonchalant and tell Mom. Let's be all grown up and tell Mom. Oh, it's not going to know what to do. You can't be that grown up if you're going to rely on Mom to answer the doorbell all the time. This side of course doesn't make too much sense. Yes, it does. Because as a responsible person... Oh, shoot, it didn't even let us do anything afterwards. Oh, darn. Most of the time that happens, it's just like... Whatevs. Try again. I see that we've not... sometimes we'll just miss things now. While you're playing quietly in the room, you're startled by loud muffled sounds coming from someplace else. It seems that your parents are having a terrific fight over something. Your father's deep voice seems to be shaking the whole house. Your mother's piercing screams sound like she might be being hurt terribly. Oh no. You're in trouble, both of y'all. Let's be disturbed and stay where we are and try not to listen. Because I have a feeling, can we be calm and stay where we are? I have a feeling they're not fighting, and I do not want to walk in this. You can only be calm in the situation if you're willing to mentally block out all the signals that tell you something potentially dangerous is going on. This kind of denial is a primitive defense against anxiety used often in childhood. It is almost like wishing something away. It's not that easy or healthy in adult life. Well, that's okay. This is not something we need to subject our young eyes to. All right, let's go over here and work this one out first. Soon after you sit down for dinner, your mother announces that the vegetables of the day is Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts can taste delicious if cooked with a little bit of bacon. Let's be... See, I don't think... Let's be a kid here. We're going to be disgusted, but we're going to feed the sprouts to your dog. Goodo. That's a terrible dog name, Goodo. Or maybe it's Goodoo. I'm Goodoo the dog. Hello, everyone. That's not fair, is it? You resent having to eat the sprouts, yet you force them on poor old Goodo. Poor Goodo thinks that you are doing him a favor. He will also think he's doing you a favor when he sleeps in your room later tonight, releasing the gaseous byproduct of his meal for your olfactory pleasure. Fair enough. We got out of eating them, but we paid the price in the end. Although, perhaps now our health will be bad from not eating our vegetables. Ooh, we arrive at the dentist and discover we have 4 rather large cavities that need to be filled. Let's be brave and block out the sensation with our mind. We did it before with our parents doing it. We can do it again now. Your status sheet suggests you are not capable of performing such a feat. The pain sneaks into your consciousness, but is not unbearable. This experience will toughen you for next time. Well, no pain, no gain. And in this case, we gain some fillings. And it might make it easier to block out our parents next time they're making a younger brother for us. While rummaging around in the kitchen drawer, you come across a book of matches. Oh, this is not something to play with. We are just putting these away. I am not getting killed. A positive choice. There's nothing to be gained here except disaster. You may have just prevented a major loss to you and your family. Yeah, there's nothing safe about playing with matches, kids. Hey, kids, don't play with matches. Top advice from Zerfall. At school, all your friends are talking about a television program that you could not stay up to watch. A friend asked if you saw it. Let's be unashamed and say, I wasn't allowed to see it. I don't care. Your confidence keeps them from making fun of you. Someone even offers to let you sleep over at his house the next time it's on. Sometimes friends can be really great. There we go, see? You just gotta puff up your chest sometimes. Alright, what do we got going on here? This seems a pretty straight path now. But as we saw last time, we weren't able to get through everything. Okay, branches a lot more up here. We don't want to go that high up that fast. I really shouldn't have gone so far. It's going to cost us precious minutes getting back down here. How old are we now anyways? 6 years old. Alright, let's mosey on back down here. I don't remember what the hearts are already. I think it's emotional development. Let's get a little emotionally developed. You have been invited to a sleepover at your best friend's house. This is your first sleepaway experience. So we can be reluctant, excited, or have mixed feelings. I think mixed feelings are the best way to do it. We're not going to lie to them, tell them our parents said we're not allowed. We want to see that TV show. Ask your parents if they'll still be there when you get back. Let's go to our friend's house as soon as possible. We want to have fun, but you know, we got a little bit of mixed feelings about it. That's what life's about. First time doing things, you're going to be a little nervous. One way of resolving mixed feelings is to plunge headlong into a risky situation. Although risk-taking is sometimes a sign of emotional maturity, it can be dangerous if you do not take the time to consider the possible consequences. While you're over at your friend's house, you become frightened and demand to be taken home at 2 in the morning. Aww. Lame. What? Oh no, Jaxor says we're a wiener. Jeez. Your dad has promised that he will fix your bicycle. He is taking a nap, so he's not doing anything. Now seems as good a time as any to remind him. Let's be patient and sweet. Tap dad on the shoulder. That's not patient. Do you know what? We're going to leave dad alone. We've been giving dad too hard of a time lately. Gotta get back on his good side. Our family life is poor. Patient pays off. When your dad wakes up, you ask if he'll fix your bike. He's feeling so good that he asks you to go on a little trip with him. He takes you to the bicycle shop and buys you a brand new bike. Is dad feeling so good from the nap, or is he just kind of lazy? Either way, I think we're back on his good side. probably because we stuck our tongue out at that stupid lady at the dentist. She was a bit of a busybody. We're going to go into the social sphere first. You are in school and the teacher is giving a boring lecture. She's taking a hint out of Bert from Bert and Ernie. She's reading those boring stories and eating some oatmeal. The boy sitting 2 seats away is rolling up a piece of paper and putting it in his mouth. Using the barrel of his pen, he spits the paper at the blackboard, where it lands with a wet splat. All right, this is going to be an important part of our development here. Do we want to be the ratter, the stool pigeon, or do we want to be the tough guy that helps him out? Or are we going to play some sort of middle road here where we just go along with the pack? Teacher's furious. She screams, "Who did this?" Everyone in class is howling until she promises that if the person who did this will not come forward, the whole class will probably get a punishment. The whole class will get a punishment. You're probably the only person who's all the true culprit. All right, let's be... mixed feelings, but keep quiet. We're not going to rat him out, but we're not going to be happy about it. It's going to be, you're so wishy-washy, something bad happens. Ambivalence can be a difficult emotion to handle. You probably feel a little anxious, some guilt, and a pinch of self-criticism. You can fantasize about telling, or raise your hand and tell the teacher. We're going to fantasize. You know, we got to start learning how to fantasize early in life, because there's so many things that you just can't do. The teacher catches you daydreaming and sends you out of the room. Well, that's not so bad. It's not so bad at all. All right, this is... I think we need a little more emotional development. And we might skip over one of these family ones if it's... Geez, I don't know if it does with mom or not. We need to make mom feel a little better too. One of your playmates is the daughter of your mother's friend. Her name is Cindy. One day, while you and Cindy are alone, you become very curious about one another. Cindy suggests that you play a make-believe game of doctor. Uh-oh. Maybe getting in trouble here. We're like 7 or 8. What? Oh, they're growing up fast these days. All right, so let's play this shy. We're gonna be suave here. We're gonna be shy, but say you can be the doctor first. That way, if we get caught, she's the one that gets in trouble. That's the true plan of this. How do you not know how to respond to that choice? So you have to be bold and say, you can be the doctor first. Oh, this is going to be bad. We're going to be the naked one. Oh, no. Cindy seems full of good ideas, so why not go along with it? She requests that you remove your clothes and lie down on the operating table. Oh, no. We picked the wrong one. Either way, we're going to be the pervert. You take your clothes off and Cindy gives you a thorough examination. You think you might be doing something wrong, but it is great fun. When it's your turn to be doctor, aha, Cindy runs out of the room and tells that you have taken off all your clothes. That bitch. Okay, well, we didn't get in too much trouble, but now we felt betrayed by women. They can do weird things at times. All right, let's go to this one first, and maybe we'll come back to the other one if we have time. There's one more ice pop in the freezer that's being saved for another family member. Your mouth waters at the thought of that cool, tasty treat. Ah, Alter Ego, written by George R.R. Martin. Let's talk about food. Let's be able to resist and eat the whole pop. Let's leave it alone. You can't resist and take one bite out of the pop. Do we have the emotional fortitude to resist? You don't expect to be rewarded for this act of simple consideration, do you? The knowledge that you have respect the privacy of others should be enough. Does that make you angry? No. Doing the right thing is sometimes the right thing. Fine then, let's continue. I feel like the game is acting like that doesn't mean anything, but in the long run, it shows that your person has more resolve. I don't know. Let's see. Let's jump ahead to this family event first, and I'm going to hop back to that social one. It's time to sell raffle tickets for the school basketball team again. I'm not on the basketball team. What do I care? Let's be motivated, but enlist our dad's help. Dad likes us. And we want to be big fundraisers. We get the most. We fundraise the most. Maybe get some sort of prize. What happens here? What a team! You move from door to door with confidence, selling your 4 whole books in less than an hour. It's a powerful bonding experience that strengthens family ties. You go out for an ice cream soda to celebrate your successful partnership. We're well on our way to becoming a wheeler and dealer. You never know. You might become a salesman, maybe I don't know, some sort of real estate mogul, and from there, who knows, even president of the United States. It could happen. Hopefully not. Let's check out these social fear. Your best friend challenges you to a rock throwing competition. Let's be competitive, but turn down the offer and suggest another game. If it thinks that you can't be competitive in another game, it's wrong. Don't know how to respond. All right. Can we be reluctant, but accept the challenge? You lean back and watch the rock soar. Crash, you guessed it. You can run, contact the building and offer to pay. We don't have any money, but let's do it. That was a responsible thing to do. Your family is proud of you, but you're also grounded for the next 3 weeks. All right, we got a medical thing here. I don't like skipping the medical things because sometimes they're interesting. While playing outside alone, a car pulls over to the side of the road and the driver motions you to come over. You notice that the license plate says OBO273. And being the smart little kid we are writing down OBO237 because I said it wrong, but I'm writing it right. Let's be suspicious and stay where we are. F that guy. We are not ending up in a van with some stranger. He motions for you to come closer. He has a kind enough face. You hear him say that he's a policeman looking for a friend of yours. He asks if you will get in and help him find your friend. You can walk/run away. Get in the car and tell him you can't do that. Let's run away. We got to get the heck out of there. You move away from the man, suspicious that he might not be telling the truth. This is smart. Intellectual fears raise sharply. This man hurts children. Are we going to get the opportunity to tell the police? Apparently not. Although maybe. I wrote it down. Who knows? Maybe later we will get a chance to tell the police about it. You've just turned off the television set and your room is pitch dark. Through the shadows, you notice that your closet door is open just a crack. You can almost see the image of a black hooded axe murderer squinting through the door at you. He is waiting for you to close your eyes and fall asleep. In the quiet of the night, you can hear his hoarse breath making deep gurgling sounds. You look away from the door, then look back. Is it open a bit further than it was last time? If you only make it to the closet and shut the door tight, you know he won't be able to get out and murder you in your sleep. The morning light will destroy him, so you don't have to worry about seeing him when you wake up. Let's be calm and sneak out of the bed. We've already proven we've got the confidence to sell door to door. Nothing can scare us. Oh, you're lame. Let's just be calm and go to sleep. I think it would be amazing if you got murdered by an axe murderer in your sleep in this game, but I don't think it's going to have. You don't have much of an imagination, do you? You're only young once. You could be locked up for imagining these things later in life. So live a little. Jeez, I just didn't want to be scared. I wanted to be calm and cool and collected as I walked over there and shoved the door in his face. I guess they only have so much space on a disc. It's a hot, sunny day. You and a friend are sitting, trying to think of something to do. Dad is sitting in the shade, napping in the chair. You get a great idea. Let's play a practical joke on Dad. Let's spray Dad with the hose. It's the least damaging one. He loves us so far. How hard do you want to turn the water on? A light spray. We're not going to be assholes. Dad wakes up and shakes his head. He thinks it's pretty funny and suggests a plan to lure mom outside so you can spray her too. He goes into house, comes out giving you the thumbs up sign. He tells you to keep an eye out for mom while he aims the hose. She should be coming around right around the bend. Right over there, he points. How are you feeling now? Excited. This is going to be fun. Before you know it, there's a hose down your pants. Wow, that's cold. He fooled you. Mom leans out the window and drops a pot full of cold water on your head. Everybody laughs. All right, we're having a wonderful childhood so far. How are we doing here? All right, let's do this medical one. There's a lot of social stuff coming up. We're going to have to skip some of those if we want to make our way all the way to these end ones here. How old are we getting now? 8 years, 6 months. And how are we progressing in our spheres? All right, we're 8. We don't have an occupation. We're still single, despite our little experimentation playing doctor. We're quite confident and expressive, and we have good familial ties. We are not a very gentle child, though. Our happiness is pretty high as well. So we need to calm down a bit. We need to become a little bit more physical, for one. And we have no money or debt. Let's return to the game. All right. How are we going to manage to get more physical? I mean, hopefully it's the 80s by now, and we can just get pumped up by some sweet jams and get physical. However, I'm going to say we take this on. Hopefully learn to strengthen our muscles a little bit. You've been thinking about climbing that old oak tree in the park for some time now. We are not going to be good at climbing the tree. Let's be cautious and climb the tree. If this game does not know how to cautiously climb the tree. What? Your caution increases your level of anxiety, which in turn makes you careless about where you are stepping. You fall out of the tree and break your foot. That is lame. That is not how caution while climbing a tree works. But we're Iron Manning this and we're keeping this going. We're just going to jump straight ahead to this. Oh, maybe we still have a broken leg if we don't spend time doing other things first. You need eyeglasses. The first day you wear them in school, everyone calls you Four Eyes. Your parents refuse to let you get contact lenses. Let's be hurt. Wear the glasses and tolerate the name. It is painful to have to hear the name calling. Yep. That's life though, kid. All right, let's, you know what? We should pump up our intellectuality because I feel like if we're not going to be very physical, we need to start getting smart. You are at the candy store buying a candy with $5 bill your mother's given you. Your bill comes to 50 cents. The man gives you back change, but no dollars. Be confused and question the man. The man tells you that you only gave him a $1 bill. You can disagree. He says, "Come on now, kid. I told you. Now get the hashtag out of here." You can keep disagreeing or get help. Let's get help. Let's keep disagreeing. No matter how much you disagree, he still insists you can get your mother, get help, give up. Let's get our mother. She's the one that gives the $5. The man tells your mom, "The kid gave me a 1. Hey, the kid gave me a 1. An argument ensues and your mom threatens to call the Better Business Bureau. Eventually, your mom gives up. Mom is lame. At least she knows the man was a crook. Well, that's lame. Don't give up, Mom. See, our mom doesn't have the soccer mom haircut yet. Let's skip over that one social and head to this one. I kind of wish we didn't do the glasses thing. We wouldn't need glasses now. Now we got to pay for glasses the rest of our lives. One of the most popular kids in school offers to trade you his satin baseball jacket, complete with silk-screened portrait of Willie, Hammerhead Mongoose of the Maniacal Elephant Hunters Band, for your new down vest, which was a birthday present from your folks. I am not trading this kid. I'm going to be ambivalent, but leaning towards not doing it. And encourage the discussion. Hopefully, we are the confident one. Mr. Popularity decides to throw in front row seats to the next Willie Hammerhead and the Maniacal Elephant Hunters concert to sweeten the deal. You can. How old are we if we're going to a concert? We should refuse. It's a gift from our parents, and they'll be mad as F if we do that. He's probably checking some numbers now to see. Although the ideal is tempting, you wisely refuse. Hammerhead Willie is rapidly losing popularity, and rumor has it that the Elephant Hunters are pursuing solo interests. Haha! Perhaps the concert would have been cancelled. All right. This one seems to lead to smartness and emotionality, so let's take that path. Hopefully skipping that one is not going to cause a problem. Melissa Harper is the prettiest girl in your class. You have been giving each other the eye for about 2 weeks now. You were all set to ask her for a date when your best friend, who happens to be taller and better looking than you, confesses that he cannot sleep at night because of her. He asks for your advice and the best way to ask for her on a date, unaware that you too are smitten by her. Let's be frank about our feelings and admit that we like her too. Can we be sympathetic and admit that we like her too? Seems to be thinking long and hard about it. Your sympathy is much appreciated, but also presents a dilemma. For you and your friend, you can... The game's really thinking about what we can do. Agree that you can both try to ask her out. Agree not to interfere with your friend's bid for her attention. I'm going to agree that we can both try to ask her out and let her pick. But we don't want to let a girl get between us. It's one of our best friends. But he is more handsome and better looking than us and taller. So if we manage to win out, super confident boost. Let's go. That doesn't sit comfortably with either of you or your friend. You both decide that your friendship is more important than a date with Melissa. Oh well. Alright, let's see if we can smarten up here. Who founded the American Federation of Labor? Now here's the dumb thing about this. I'm Canadian. I don't know American history. But luckily for me, if I go to the C64 wiki and look up Alter Ego, and they got me a cheat sheet here, and I want to pass. So, let's see. It is going to be Samuel Gompers, who I must admit I have never once heard of. You are correct. Who was the first vice president of the United States? Well, everybody knows that the first vice president of the United States was John Adams. We are correct again. Who was the first ruler to consolidate the Slavic tribes? Geez, this is going to be... I kind of want to just randomly shoot through this, but we'll go with Rurik, and it will be correct. You are correct. Which one of these scientists is credited with the discovery of oxygen? Interesting. Hey, I was right. You guys aren't going to believe me because I didn't say it out loud before I checked or went to the thing, but I was also just guessing, so it's too bad. Who wrote The Great Gatsby? Well, this is one that we actually should know. I think that's right. I'm just going to double check this here. Yes. There was a movie recently anyway, so it's in the public consciousness once more. I wonder if I should have gotten one of those wrong. They're going to think I cheated. All right, this will be our last thing that we do for this episode. Ooh, this episode contains a matter of sexual nature. Hit run stop to exit now. Oh no, dear viewer, we're going in headlong. While you were out in the house alone, you were in the house alone. When you were exploring the drawers, you noticed a stack of Playboy magazines under a pile of clothing. Let's be interested and examine the magazines. The middle page folds out to show a woman with dark hair and very large breastises, sitting on the edge of a bed and combing her hair. Her legs are apart. What is your reaction to this? See, I thought that there might have been a reaction that just said sproyoyoyoing, but not this time. Imagine if you ever walked into your room and she was sitting like that on your bed. You can take out the centerfold and keep it, which is what we're going to do. We'll hide it under a mattress. Centerfold girl becomes your favorite fantasy. Enjoy it while you can. You may find it hard to believe, but women like this only exist in Fantasyland. You almost never meet them at the bus stop or supermarket. Hey! It says almost. There's still a chance. All right, and with that, we are going to end the video for now. Next time, we're going to continue socializing it up here, getting some more... our family ties are pretty good. We're going to be socializing it up more and getting some more emotional baggage, as well as growth. I'm Zerfall. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.